Hey there guys, my name's Jeff, and today we're going to talk about Zenon, girl of the 21st century. We see our main star Zenon. She's just a regular girl who does regular girl things. She has parents, she has a best friend named Nebula, but the one thing that's not regular about her is that she lives in space. And on a space station in the year 2049. Since this is the future, we see lots of cool futuristic stuff, like when she goes to school, she has a hologram as a teacher, and everybody uses tablet devices. Now that's one cool thing about Zenon, she predicted the future. Everybody today uses iPads everywhere, so it's kinda cool that she was able to predict that. Another cool thing about this movie is the look. Everywhere you look has bright neon colors with a lot of emphasis on the color purple. It kind of reminds me of Tomorrowland at the Disneyland Resort, specifically Space Mountain. That ride also too has a lot of bright neon colors with a lot of purple around it. It's the same with the clothes. The clothes they wear have that same feel to it. They're just bright, vivid colors that pop right out of the screen. They also use a lot of cool futuristic words. I think they're based around space terminology like lunarius, stellar, major, and of course the most popular word.
Cetus Apedus!
So let's get down to the story. The CEO is thinking about shutting the space station down because it's been having a lot of maintenance problems lately. But nobody wants to leave the space station and move back down to Earth. They like living in space on the space station. But Zenon finds out that the CEO installed a virus into the main computer so it can blow up the entire space station. Now, if you think about it, that's a pretty crazy story for a Disney Channel movie. I mean, most Disney Channel movies have just a nice, simple story, but this one, the guy wants to blow up the entire space station to collect the insurance money? That's pretty cool. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I like this Disney Channel movie more than others, because when you see this as a kid, you don't really catch those little things like the business side of it, but when you grow up, you learn to appreciate those little things. They even briefly say it in the movie, but you don't really hear it or like catch it until like a few more times after watching it. So that's why I kind of like this Disney Channel. That's why I like this Disney Channel movie a lot, because it's more complex and more crazier than others. So that is what I think makes Zenon a hero. Throughout the whole movie, she's telling everybody that this guy is up to no good. He wants to do something really bad, but nobody believes her. That's why they send her down to Earth, because they think she's causing so much trouble and bothering everybody up in space. And when she goes down to Earth, she's still trying so hard to figure out what this guy is up to. Eventually, she does save the space station and get the CEO arrested. But that's the cool thing about Zenon. She never gave up, she didn't let anyone push her around, and she just believed in herself, and she saved the entire space station. That's what makes her a hero. When you put her next to other characters in the movie, like Margie, it just makes her that much cooler. The Margie girl, throughout the whole movie, she's just showing jealousy towards her just because Greg likes her. Greg is a guy she meets on Earth, and Margie likes Greg, but Greg kind of gets a crush on Zenon, so through the whole movie she gives her a hard time, and Margie just comes off as like a rich snobby girl. She is almost like a stereotype, so after all that, it just makes Zenon that much cooler. Now, of course, I can't talk about Zenon without talking about the song at the end of the movie, Supernova Girl. If you see Zenon, you also love this song. It's just so catchy and upbeat. You never get tired of listening to it. You hear all these cool futuristic sounds and instruments in the background. Even the name band, Micro with Protozoa, just sounds like something out of this world. So that's why Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century, is such an amazing movie. But did you know that this movie was supposed to be a pilot episode of a TV series? Yeah, it was supposed to be, but for some reason it didn't get a big enough ratings for that to happen. But it did do well enough to make a part 2. Tune in next time as we talk about Zenon the Zequel.